to receive the kind of love that you give. But I'm grateful for your mercy, and I'm grateful for your grace. And because of how you poured out yourself, I have come to sing this song out in praise. Imela, Imela, Otaka, Oye Kerua, Imela, Imela, Who am I, Lord? Who am I to sing your praises? Who am I to worship you, Lord? Who am I to worship you? Yeah. It's your blood that makes the difference in me. And made a way. And made a way to enter into your throne. I could not come near your presence. I could never sing your song. I could never sing your song. Yeah. But the sacrifice on Calvary's tree is the reason. Is the reason I can cry out today. You're my Lord and King, and I bless your name. Hi, good morning, everybody. Thank you very much for coming on my show this morning. Please, I need somebody to just quickly give me an update on the audio. Are you getting a nice, clean, clear audio over there? So, good morning, everybody. God bless you. Elizabeth Abiodun Opesan. Good morning, Olori Lola. Long time. How are you doing? May the God Almighty bless the work of your hands. Fumilayo Johnson. How are you? Is everything all right? Welcome, Folake Ayano. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Fumilayo Johnson. As you guys are coming in, do me a favor. Go ahead and share this video right on your page. Let's get people connected on the show this morning. Okay, I think the audio is good also. Fine. All right. So, Ruth Temitokbe, how you doing? God bless you. Thank you very much. Pat, God bless you. Amelia Double, good morning. Thank you very much, Amelia. Thank you for the update also for the audio. I really appreciate everybody. Wealthy Adegoke, Prince Deji Adekoya. That's the man of God himself all the way from Abuja, Nigeria. I'm telling you, I feel like being in Abuja right now. My spirit is connected to Abuja at this moment. For Lake Ayanu, again, thank you very much. Um, Adeleya Olajumoke, Helen. This way of spelling your name is making it difficult to pronounce it. Omolara Akinyemi. Good morning, Mercy Agalibe. Good morning. Thank you, everybody, for coming on my show this morning. Um, Before I go further, I just want to let you guys know that I am here courtesy AfriX. And let me just explain something quickly to you guys. AfriX is a AfriX is a money transfer company. And let me tell you this: if we patronize our home, all right, our home people, we're going to be developing the economy, adding to the economy of our country, Nigeria. And then you will be able to give someone like myself a little bit of help to help people who are in need. The $5, the $2 that we are getting from actually this promotion will help us to be able to be a blessing to somebody in Nigeria. So if you have not downloaded AfriX yet, I want you to go ahead and download AfriX right now. You are in Canada, you are in Europe, you are in America. You can download AfriX right now. Go to the App Store, download AfriX, and start sending money to Nigeria. Before you send any money to Nigeria, remember there is a promo code, and that promo code is SHOLA. That's Shola right there. SHOLA. That's a promo code. You use it, and then you'll be able to get a little amount of money as a bonus for yourself. Olume say, David, good morning. Taiwo Yelade, good morning. Asanat Sharif, good morning. I want you guys to do me a favor. Go ahead and share this video on your walls, and let's get more people connected all over the world. The topic before us today is so simple, very, very simple. But before we go, if you manage to call on the show today, you're going to get a copy of Aditu Ogo, Ejire Aditu Ogo. This song is actually a prophecy. We need to get a copy. So I have two copies left here for those who will manage to call in today. If you manage to call on my show, um, today you are going to get a copy. I'm going to give a copy each to two people. The first two people that will call on the show will get a copy each. It doesn't matter where you are, America, in Canada, in Europe. All you need is just make a phone call and let me get your name and your number down, and then you will have the chance to get a copy of this music by God's grace. Now, the topic for today, I was molested by my husband. I didn't want to put I was raped, because if I type I was raped, Facebook will block me. So it's possible for me to say the word rape inside of the video, but I cannot. It's not possible for me to type it out as like I was raped. Actually, the lady said I was raped. I got raped by my own husband. I got raped by my own husband. All right. So we want to talk a little bit about this, and then I will allow people to call in. If you have anything you want to share with us this morning, you can as well do that. And for those ones who are actually coming in new, if you need counseling, you need me to talk with yourself and your husband together to rectify whatever it is that is actually going on in your relationship, feel free to do so. Call me after the show, or probably message me through WhatsApp, and then my PA will actually attend to you by the grace of God, and we can schedule a session whereby me and you can talk, and we can go from there. All right. So uh, I got raped. When you look at the word rape, you're going to look at marriage as in like, okay, there is the opportunity, there is the privilege of having sex at any point in time. The moment you get married, some people believe marriage is actually a ticket to having sex, a permission to having sex openly anywhere. All right. Nobody should stop you from doing whatever it is you want to do to your husband or with your wife at any point in time, in as much that you are legally married. And that's the mindset of a lot of our Nigerian people. A lot of our Nigerian people believe the moment I'm married to this woman, I am actually given the right, the permission to do anything I like to that woman. And then when we look at the Bible says that our body belongs to you, his own body belongs our body belongs to you, your body belongs to her. That we shouldn't deny each other except for a while based on agreement. Maybe we want to dedicate ourselves to fasting and prayer, or we want to do something spiritual. And the Bible says we should quickly come back to each other so that we won't give the room to the devil to penetrate our relationship. Yeah. That's the way it is. That's the way it should be. All right. That's the way it should be. That's the way we're supposed to make it happen. All right. So, but the issue is just that some of our Nigerian people or African people don't understand that everybody still have a right. There's something they call human rights. Human right means that I have a right to my own opinion, to my own words, to how I feel, to what I say, and how I say it. All right, to my own body. All right, it's supposed to be based on agreement. Also, you can't just have me. You can't just have me. You can't just interpret the Bible and say, okay, the body belongs to me, belong to this or that, and we still have human rights. I have the right over my own self. I have the rights over my breast. I have seen couples come to me and the husband will say, my wife won't allow me to touch her breast. And it's funny, right? For real, it's funny. Like you'll be asking yourself, why won't she allow you to touch the breast? Say, yeah, I can do every other thing. All right, I can do every other thing, but touching of the breast or putting my mouth on the breast is not allowed. And for guys who are breast kind of guys, breast kind of guys, those ones who connect very much with breast. They can't do without squeezing the breast. They can't do without sucking the breast because they believe sucking the breast is actually going to turn the woman on. And then sucking the breast is a therapy for women. Men, we love it. It's a therapy for us. When we put our mouth on the breast and we close our eyes, oh my God, you're going to be dreaming of heaven. And a lot of you women don't understand. And at that point in time, some women do understand. They're going to put their hand on at the back of your head and rub it. And rub it. As you're sucking the breast, they will be rubbing your head, and that's going to get you to cloud number 500, and you begin to see stars. And you start seeing stars, and at that point in time, you start hearing God. God will start speaking to you because at that time, you are no longer in the flesh, you are now a spiritual being. You are not a spiritual somebody. You are actually connected. And that's the reason why the Bible brought the issue of a breast into the Bible, that let the breast of your wife satisfy you. All right, there's a reason why the Bible brought it up. The Bible didn't just say anything. The Bible just pinpoint. It just picked the breast. All right, there's a reason why Bible says something about the breast. And if you know how to suck it very well and put your head on it, you will find out that you can actually start seeing stars and getting into cloud number 500, and that's going to do it for you. It's gonna do it for you. And you're gonna have so much fun, when you get to that point. So, but some women don't like it. They just feel like, okay, you know what? You can't. Who is saying truth? Vivian, this one, this. you know. So good morning, everybody. So as you're coming in, good morning. Go ahead and share this video. Let's get more people connected. You know what I'm saying? So you will find out you will have so much fun doing it. But I come to see some women too. They don't like their breast to be touched. Don't like you to put your hands on their breast and all that stuff and everything. And some of these men will actually force their own self on them, as in like forcing, like really, really doing it. They pin the hands down and then they grab the breast or put their mouth on the breast by force, and that will piss the woman off, and that may actually make that woman never to submit to sex anymore in that home, or probably once in a while. All right, so I've seen many of that stuff, and some of these men are suffering. I'm not going to lie to you. If I'm not being allowed to touch the breast, I'm going to be pissed off. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. All right. I think I want to be truthful as much as I can, so that you understand that we pastors are humans just like everybody. Pastors are the same. They are just human being like everybody. I am a boob guy. You know, that's how I do my stuff. All right. I put my mouth on it. I put my hands on it. I get blessed when I do it. All right. I speak in tongues inside when I do it. All right. And when I do it and I get my head rubbed, is a big time relief for my life. All right. It's like you smoking India hemp. When somebody's rubbing your head like that, it takes you, and you feel like a baby. You feel like a baby when you do that. You feel like being pampered. I don't know if there are men on this network at this time. You feel pampered. You feel like, yeah, she's making you to feel like a little girl or a little boy. Sorry, like a little boy sucking the mommy's breast and you're rubbing the head of the guy, making you feel good. All right. So if you have not been doing that, you need to start doing it, because it's a good stuff. It's very, very good stuff. It's very, very good stuff. All right. So that's the stuff. All right. So you need to. Aditoye, thank you very much for the 200 stars. God bless you, my brother. Thank you. You're always in the spirit, always sending the stars all the time. Thank you, Aditoye. All right. So if you're not if you're a boob man, and your wife is preventing you from sucking the breast, that's an abuse. That's a big abuse. That's a big time abuse right there. You're depriving the guy of his enjoyment. You're depriving the guy of his enjoyment. I'm not going to lie to you. You're actually depriving the guy of his enjoyment. Thank you very much, Balogu, for the 200 stars also. God bless you. You're actually a star giver. You always give stars all the time. Thank you very much. God bless you. You know what I'm saying? So if you have not been allowing the man to suck the breast or touch the bread or breast or fold it, you have been depriving the guy of his God's given authority and God's given blessing. He gave that blessing just because he wants the guy to actually be able to have so much fun doing it. All right. And just imagine the guy just lying down on your bosom and sucking your breast and you're touching his head and you're looking at him and thinking about all the yama yama he has done before. You know, just I'm really sorry. I'm painting something crazy here. Well, the picture I'm painting here is actually very crazy, but I just want you to follow me like a hawk. All right, follow me like actually like a hawk this morning. You know, let's imagine a guy who's just who's been yelling before he yelled yesterday, yelled day before yesterday. Just finished yelling about 30 minutes ago. Now laying down with his head on your bosom and sucking your breast, and you're just there rubbing the back of his head, and you're looking at him like looking at his face, and you're smiling like, look at this guy that actually think he's a King Kong. Doris, thank you for the 200 stars. God bless you. Thinking like he's a King Kong. The King Kong of 30 minutes ago now is submitting to the breast of a woman. You are now rubbing his head like as if to say, yeah, this is my kid. All right. And that's one thing men don't realize, that the moment you come in with a woman, you become a child. You become a child. And some of you guys don't understand, when you submit yourself on the bosom of a woman and you're sucking the breast like that, the woman is looking at you. They're looking at you and they're thinking about you being acting like a King Kong before. You acting like Hong Kong before. Right now, you are the one now submitted to the breast. Right now, sucking with your eyes closed. I suck breast with my eyes closed. I don't want to see nothing. I just want to suck the breast and close my eyes. All right. And when I suck the breast, I'm closing my eyes. I'm thinking about so many things. All right. So just imagine you are just lying down there and you're now feeling like a baby right there. All right. Women don't understand the kind of power they have. You have a lot of power, so much power, like right there, you can just actually take the breast away from him at that stuff of time. You're gonna see him go mad. Like, whoa, what happened? Don't take the breast away. Yeah, I gotta talk to you. Say, okay, when I finish sucking this thing, you can talk with me. You gain his attention. You gain his attention at that point in time. All right. So what am I saying is that we are, you women are, you guys got so much power, so much. I'm not looking at anything. I'm enjoying myself. You guys got so much power at that point in time. All right. So you need to utilize it. All right. So what am I saying is that sex is a beautiful thing. It's something given by God that couples should enjoy. And let them have access to everything. That I've been talking about, the 100% of you. And if there's a situation or a reason why you don't want them to touch your breast, you need to explain that. The woman said to me, "Oh, Pastor, I don't want my breast to sag. I don't want my breast to sag. I don't want it to fall. And that's why I'm trying not to actually allow nobody to touch it and stuff like that." But you're depriving this guy of that boob thing, because if it's a boob man like myself, he's gonna get pissed off all the time. Just stroking and going in and out is not doing it for me. I feel like putting my mouth on something. All right. So, but the two of you must have to have agreement based on what the Bible says. It's all about agreement. You have to agree to it. Should I touch it? Should I? I'm going to be very careful. I'm going to be careful touching it. And for some, you see, one man's meat is another man's poison. I've seen a woman who actually asked me, "Please, can you inform my husband to squeeze my breast very hard and do it roughly?" I've seen women say that if you don't do that, I don't feel nothing. I don't feel nothing. I need my boobs squeezed and sucked. All right. And my husband is not doing it. And I asked the man, "Why are you not doing it?" He said, "I'm trying to prevent it from sagging." And I said, "Is it your own? Does it belong to you?" The person that owns the thing says, "Squeeze it." Which one is your own? Why are you trying to pity? Why are you trying to pity? Why are you trying to pity her? I said, "Squeeze this stuff." And that's the stuff. One man's meat is another man's poison. The woman actually is requesting for her breast to be squeezed and be, don't yama yama and stuff. And that's the way she feel like it's gonna actually do it for her. The other woman believes, okay, I don't want it. I don't want it. I just don't want you touching it because I don't want it to be destroyed. And you're depriving yourself of a lot of enjoyment also as a woman, because you never know. Maybe the breast is actually that point that is going to do it for you. A lot of women live in husband's house. They've been married for so long. They have not even had orgasm before. Orgasm is not in their dictionary. They just sleep there and satisfy the man will get up, and that's it. They have never enjoyed sex, and that's why they don't want to connect with it. They feel like, okay, sex is more a lot of work. It's a lot of work for them because they feel like, okay, I'm just lying down here and somebody's just going up and down on me. I just don't feel nothing. All right. Until you start enjoying, sex before you understand that people can die for sex. Until you start enjoying sex, until you are able to do it properly, you will understand. And even the breast is going to actually make you feel good if you allow it to be sucked and be touched also. So and that's another thing that we Christians, we need to educate our people, talk about it all the time. We don't have to hide away from talking about sex. Talking about sex will help us a lot. Will help us a lot. I'm not kidding. It's going to help us a lot. If we talk about it, we're going to be able to educate people, and then we're going to reduce the rate of divorce going all around the place. We're going to actually be able to erase it. I see a lot of women who are into lifting up their breast and letting it show up here and stuff. They believe it's fashion. It's fashion. It's not. They wear it to church. Some people wear it to church. Some people wear it to night vigils. They wear it to concerts and all kinds of stuff like that. Showing the breast, the cleavage popping out and stuff. Some people will even go to the extent of doing boob job just to be able to make the breast fuller and then bigger, for it to be able to show up there. Because nowadays, a lot of men are actually boob thin. They are boob men. They just want to see the boobs and all kinds of stuff like that. All right. So it's just that way. So it's just there. One man's meat is another man's poison. What I like may not be what you like. Some people is the back behind, the big behind. That's what they want. They want a big bum bum. All right, that's what we do it for them. They hold it, they squeeze it. Some of them even put their mouth on it. All right, and they feel like, yeah, that's exactly what I want. That's the way I want it to be. That's how I want it. I want the, I want the back behind. The beak behind and stuff. Some people they want the legs, the thick, nice, juicy leg. They like that. That's what we do it for them. All right, everybody we got what we do it for us. All right, and stuff. Some people want the big breast, some want the small one and stuff. And likewise, women too always want. Oh, I want a big penis, or I want a tiny one, or I want a straight one, or I want a bending one like this that looks like L. That one that looks like L is always very good. I don't know about it. I don't know. Women, they have talked to me about so many things. I've listened to a lot of women in my life talk to me about a lot of things, what they want. So people are asking and looking for different things when we talk about sexual relationship that will actually satisfy them. Èyí wù mí ò wù ẹ́ ló mọ́mọ́ ìyá méjì fi jẹun lọ́tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀. So if we can respect the individual differences and interest, life will be good for us to be able to live in there. All right. So I respect people. I actually appreciate them for whatever it is they like. Some people will say, why the L? I don't know too. Probably it's called Dagburu. The L is called Dagburu. And all that stuff. So, some people just love that. Some people like it big and thin. Some people like it thin. Some people like it long. Some people like it short and round. It depends on what you want anyway. So, you can have it. All right. So, when we come into relationship, people believe that marriage is actually a ticket to having free sex. All right. So you enter into a relationship by expecting your wife to be all over you. You're expecting your husband to be all over you and all that kind of stuff and everything like that. But most of the time, the women will always withdraw along the line. At the beginning of the whole relationship, they might jump on it, they might like it, they might actually calculate you when you're lying down, they just jump on it and hold it and put it in their mouth and do all manners of this. But a time will come when they're going to actually withdraw from it, probably because of childbearing, probably because they're getting more responsibilities and all that. Probably maybe they're getting more matured, or anything can happen, or maybe the hormones in their body is going crazy, so they withdraw. But when you exercise, if you exercise all the time, like you run, like you lift weight, all kinds of stuff, that's going to actually keep you going. Like at the age of 60, you're still going to feel so sexy. You're still going to feel so sexy in your body if you exercise. When you work out, it's going to keep you going. The libido is still going to be high up there, all right, because you exercise, you're waking all your sleeping hormones, waking the muscle, all right, putting pressure where pressure's supposed to go to. You're losing weight, you feel sexy in yourself. You want to wear a kind of a nice dress that will show your curves and all kinds of stuff. At that age, all you need is exercise. All right. For some women, they withdraw. For some men, they withdraw also at a certain age. In men, they just feel like, is it food? Do I have to do this every day? What am I trying to prove here? Am I trying to prove something? No, I'm not proving nothing. All right. So the menopause is one of the reasons. Yes, my sister, menopause. Like me, oh, Olori Lola, like you. All right. So it's going to keep you guys going, and you're going to continue. Even at a very young age, at the age of 30, 40, if you work out, you run, it's actually going to be able to boost your libido also. When you run, when you do running, workout will wake your body up. All right. You actually warm up to sex. And even for men also, you warm up to sex also. You will like it. You want to be part of it. All right. So it's going to warm you up. So in our homes these days, we have a lot of ups and downs. It may be the husband that doesn't want sex anymore, or the wife doesn't want sex anymore. I've seen women talk to me about their husband. It's been 2 years now, no sex. I like, is he cheating? No, it's not cheating. The guy is not cheating at all. He's not cheating at all. It's just there. He's just not interested in it. It's not like he doesn't have add-on. When he wakes up in the morning, the penis is always standing. But it's just he just doesn't feel like having sex with his wife and stuff like that. It happens like that. All right. Even for women also, they just feel like, I just want to be here. I just want to be here. I just sit down here. I'll cook for you. We talk, we laugh, but sex, no, come on. I don't want it. I just don't want it. Not right now. And stuff like that. So in so many homes, we see that the fluctuation is there because of work, stress, and menopause, and problems, relationship wahala, and all that kind of stuff. you know all kinds of stuff can, it's possible for it to affect us from actually functioning. Insult, verbal abuse will mess you up also. And you start thinking about your life, that why am I even in this relationship? What am I doing here? And these are the some of the things that is possible to mess our relationships up. All right. Now another thing is that you'll find out now that men who are now aggressive, they are their libido is so high, they want sex like every day. I just finished counseling a couple. The man is saying, if I can have it every day, I'll do it every day. I understand. There's a certain age, you're gonna get to a certain age, sex is gonna be your major thing. And then there's going to be a time that you're going to actually walk out of that particular period to just work very hard to provide a future for your family. Then a time will still come again when you just feel like coming back home and sitting down, and the only thing that you think about is sexual relationship, and that's it. Nothing more, nothing less. Just sex and sex and sex. All right. For men and for women, it doesn't work the same. It doesn't work the same for women. It's two different things entirely. And if we cannot work together and agree together, there will always be problems. There will always be problems. All right, in the relationship. I've seen a woman who told me, I love it when my husband would dress up this certain way. I love it when my husband will look like this. I love it when my husband will, put on this art or put on this stuff. And they love it because they have seen it, on Facebook or Instagram. And they are really connected to those men who dresses like that. So they want to transfer that to their husband to feel exactly the same way, because your look, it's possible for your look to turn someone on. All right. The way you look, sometimes the smell, you know, for men, for women, both of us, some of us go by the smell. The smell will turn you on. All right. The outfit will turn you on. All right. It's just like myself right now. Sometimes, my wife, she's very creative. I like it. Whenever she plan to turn my head upside down, she's got these two different nightgowns that she will wear, and she will actually parade the kitchen and the living room like 500 times within the time. And every time she will pass by, I will look and say, whoa. And I will concentrate on the TV a little bit, or probably on my phone trying to read messages and stuff. But every time she would pass by, I would just look. And that would ginger my swagger that on that night it's impossible for me to go to sleep. I will have to get busy that night. And a lot of a lot of women are creative like that. They have some certain things that they put on, like in the bomb shot, the little mini skirt, and the little nightgown that will show the side of the breast, and stuff like that. Braless, and that will actually put a kind of a sign. It says signal, to the man and say, yeah, something's here. You want to check this out? You want to look this way and all kinds of. And then all the time you will have to look at the way anyway because they are giving you signs and signals coming in for you. Beautiful thing. All right, you can't miss it. You can't miss it. All right. And that's why I pity a lot of people. I pity a lot of people when you fight your wife and say, I'm not going to talk to you for 3 months. That won't work for someone like me because my wife will actually do something that will make me to come back and beg, or something that will make me to forget about my anger instantly, and all kinds of stuff like that. So, women, they know how to be creative. All right. They are very creative about the whole stuff and everything. All right. So, but with me, when I send my signal, my wife doesn't see my signal. She doesn't see my signal when I'm sending mine. When I'm sending my own signal, is I'll just lie down on the couch and I put my hands around my head like this, and I'll look at her and say, and she's like, "Show okay." I'm like, "Can't you just see? Can't you see? I'm sending a signal to you. I'm doing that's a sign. That should be a sign for you to understand that Baba is on fire. Let something happen. You say, show okay, sir. Like when you say show okay, sir, I get disappointed. Like this woman is not even seeing my point at all. All right. I mean, I don't have any bumper to bumper shot I could wear or anything. The only thing I could do is just to wear a boxer short and no topless. I just be topless with my big tummy just rolling all around the place. And if I pass like 17 times, she won't even look at me. Yeah, she won't even look at me at all. She won't even look at me. So I'm still trying. I'm still trying to look for a way, to actually send my signal that, will make her to understand that this guy is on fire. Something must happen. I don't know. You understand? So even if I actually take my shirt off and just walk all around the place, she's not even looking at me. She's just doing whatever she's doing and all that. So, but for me, is what I see. And don't forget, it's actually visual for women, is what we see. Or what we see will actually trigger the stuff, but for women, it's different. All right, so I decided, I said, I'm going to do something. So I did something. And I said to her, I said, do you want $300? And she said, hey, where is it? So I now I understand that what will make her to look at me is I have $300 and I'm flashing the $300 from the dining table. She will look at the place and say, "Where is the $300?" So now I know what I can use to get her attention. Is $300 is money. So when there is money on the table, women will look at you. All right, you become so sexy. You become a sexy man. You become a sexy man, to them, they will just look at you from nowhere and say, oh, my sexy Didi, my sexy Zidi. You become a sexy Zidi when you have money in your pocket. All right, that's what turns women on. It turns them on when you have money. Say, all right, when you have a credit card on the table and say, see that, do you want to go on, for shopping spree? So you look at the credit card and say, are you serious? Yeah, I'm serious. Are you real? Yeah, I'm real. How many days? I'm serious now. You can go for 70 days and not come back. And not come back at all. You have that much money, of course. I'm serious, man. You take it out. But now before you go, something must happen. I mean, which one you did? You're like, give me the card for. Let me go and take it. Let me go and withdraw the money first before you do anything you want to do. You know what I'm saying? So women, they have a way like that. Have a way like that to do whatever. All right, just to you gain their attention by giving gifts. It depends on the love language, what they understand and stuff. You give it to them, you're going to be able to get their attention. So in some homes, we now come to see some men that are not really sensitive, not sensitive to the need of their wives, they're not sensitive to what is going on around and all kinds of stuff. I have seen men who sometimes would demand for they demand for sex. They demand for sex even in the midst of sickness. The wife is sick. The wife is sick, and at the moment you are now demanding for sex. At that point, um, they are not really sensitive, not sensitive at all to the need of their wife or to what's going on around them. Sometimes maybe the father of the woman is sick, about to die in the hospital, and the man is still demanding for sex. Maybe their son is actually going through pain, and the man is still demanding for sex. The son is at the hospital, and the woman is home preparing to go to take care of the son, and the man is demanding for sex. Maybe the woman is going through stress at work. Maybe the job is too demanding. Maybe she's not performing well at work. Maybe some people are actually against her at work and she's talking about it and she's not feeling fine. But the man is still demanding for sex. We need to be very sensitive, to the need of each other. The wife, the husband. We need to look at that before we start demanding for stuff. We must be very supportive, must actually stand by each other. What's she passing through? Why is she moody? Why is she not interested in sex? You need to actually be able to investigate all that. Why is she the way she is? What is the problem? What's the matter with her? What's the matter with him? We need to be very sensitive to that and be able to know and say, you know what, it's time for me to stand by her. It's time for me to support. All right. Well, the moment of support is not the moment of actually banging her or just having sex with her or whatever. That's not that moment. It's possible for that to result into sex. But the very first initial thing you need to do is to actually give your support by standing with her, talking with her about it. It's going to be all right, sweetheart. It's going to be all fine. Everything will be fine. And then you need to sit beside her, hold out to yourself. And with that, it's possible for you to result into sex, but that's not going to be the first thing you're going to bring forward. All right, you don't bring that forward. I say, oh yeah, let's go have sex. No, and if you don't want to have sex with me, I'm going to go out. All right, then you start issuing threats and all kinds of stuff, and that's actually not supposed to be what you should be doing. You should give a kind of a support to make her feel very well. Communication is very important. Thank you, Joy. All right, so and that's it. All right, so but so many men, they are not that sensitive at the point, and that's why a lot of us will be looking at rape, that the word rape is not supposed to be mentioned inside of marriage. The institution of marriage is not supposed to carry the word rape. That if the wife belongs to you, you should be able to get sex anytime. You are not supposed to be denied. If the husband belongs to you, you are supposed to get sex anytime. You are not supposed to demand for it and be turned down. But like I said at the beginning, it's good for us to have the definition of rape. So rape means without the consent of the other person. You force yourself into them without their agreement. That's rape. It doesn't matter where. Maybe you are boyfriend and girlfriend, maybe you are friends, maybe you are just colleagues or neighbors or whatever. The moment you set them up to actually force them to lie down and you insert your penis into them, that is called rape. Rape is rape at any point in relationship, even if you don't have relationship. You just see somebody on the street and you just jump on them and you rape them. That's the rape. Or maybe you guys are married and you have legal license of marriage, and you force yourself on him or on her. That's still rape, and that rape is still punishable by the law. Um, there is a law back, that is actually against rape, and if there is a proof that that person got raped and she's able to prove it, that I got forced into having sexual relationship, either you are the husband or not, you are still going to go to jail. You will still go to jail. And that's one thing I love about America and Europe and Canada, I mean the Western world generally, is that the law is working. The law works here. Thank you, Lori. 5 years. The law works here. In Nigeria, it doesn't, because all of those lawmakers in Nigeria, they do the same thing. Over here, you will find out that people in high positions are being arrested for rape, for molestation. All right, Bill Cosby. So many of those guys have gone to jail all because of what they did in the past of forcing someone against their will to sleep with them. Bill Cosby was putting, drugs inside of their drinks, inside of their tea, all right, to sleep with them. All right. That's against the law. That's against the law. All right. If a woman is telling you no, no is no, stop. I don't want this. I don't want it. I don't want it. If I don't want it, I don't want it. You can't force me to have it. And I believe men should respect that fact that she's telling you, I don't want it. She doesn't want it. Then leave her alone. All right. And if it's you that you don't want it also, she should be able to respect that you don't want it. You don't want it. Now, it's a little difficult to rape a man. It's a little bit difficult to rape a man because if you put a gun on a man's head, there's no way his penis is gonna have. It's not. The guy can never have erection because of the fear of the gun. Will not allow him to have erection. So no matter how you try, the penis is going to be totally dead, 100% dead. But for a woman, it's possible for her not to be wet, but you can still penetrate, and you penetrating it is painful. I don't know. Probably you will understand this as a man. For women, they will understand if there's no lubrication. We're talking about friction here. If you're a science student, you will understand what friction is all about. When you rub two things together side by side, that's what creates heat, and then will create fire. All right, for you to create heat and fire, that's what they do in the olden days. They have to rub a stick against another stick, and then the friction will create the heat. It's going to be hot, and then the heat will now turn into flame. So now think about it that your penis is being rubbed. Even men do feel it. Men do feel it when you go into a vagina that is not wet. You can feel it. You can have it, like a cut on top of your penis or on the side. That by the time you finish, you start feeling the pain. Right there, that something just caught you. All right, it's because of the friction. So now think about it that someone that is not wet, someone that is being forced to have sexual relationship, the person has not secreted the lubrication or the lubricant to wet the female reproductive organ for you to be able to penetrate without friction. All right. So now think about it. You now rubbing yourself in and out, in and out. You know the kind of friction that will occur, the heat that will be generated, and how painful that may be. And that's why some of the women they die in the process of rape. And that people will say, kilo dito ku, it's not sex, kiko ba do any. Now, it's that's what people don't understand. That you actually taking them down against their will, and that will kill them, and that will destroy them. All right, and that's what we call rape. All right. So even inside of relationship marriage, there are times whereby we have ups and downs, things are not working correctly. It's possible for a woman to withdraw and say, you know what, I am not interested. I don't want to do sex now. And some men will just go to that particular point where they push them, you hold them down, tear their clothes, remove their underwear, force themselves into them, and then believe, yeah, I'm doing it. The woman is not enjoying it. She's suffering. She's suffering inside of that process. She's suffering. And when you do that, if your wife should call the police, I'm not going to lie to you, you are going straight to jail. You're going to be going straight to jail for raping. For raping. I'm not sharing this for those who are in America, Canada, and Europe. I'm sharing this for the benefit of those who live in Nigeria. For those who live in Nigeria, the stories are coming. Women don't have a right. You cannot say no. Whenever your husband wants sex, you need to open your legs. And the pastors have been preaching it to them also that it doesn't matter what you're going through, even if you are not happy, you cannot deny your husband. If he wants sex, you need to give it to him. So if that man should rape you, it's actually not a case because you should know in the first place to give it up, to give it up, or give it up. All right. That's what they're teaching right now for women not to have a say. You don't have a say. Even if you're sick, you have to comply. Even if you are not happy, you have to comply. Even you are not, whatever it is that you're passing through doesn't really matter at that point in time. you must comply because he's your husband, is the head of the home, and then when he's demanding for it, you must give it up. Even if he has cheated and you actually know he's cheating, you have no right to be angry or whatever because a man is a polygamist by nature. They have diagnosed us. They have diagnosed us. They believe that we are a polygamist by nature. We are hunters. We have to hunt. We have to look for something to put our penis into. All right. They believe that's how God created us, and that's how we're going to be. But for women, you guys must understand that we are hunters and we will hunt. And when we finish hunting, we will still come back home to come and hunt you down. And when we come to hunt you down, you have to allow us to hunt you down, and we stick it in and then we bring it out and we'll be fine. All right. And you cook for us and you put water in the bathroom, let us take a shower and we eat and we are fine. And you don't say nothing, you don't complain, the marriage will be beautiful. All right. So they have taught us that. They have been teaching us that one all this while. Is it right? No, it's not right. That's not the way women should be treated. The moment you say you love somebody, you love them and you protect them. If you cannot protect the woman, that means you don't love that woman. You don't love her at all. Protection proves love. You know, if you listen to a woman, proves that you love the woman. If you allow the woman to have a say, it proves that you love the woman. If you guide, support, advise the woman, means that you love the woman. These are part of what you need to start putting to the table to make your wife know that I am actually being loved. And that will make them to submit. You provide. That's part of love. When you provide, it's part of love. When you secure, that's part of love. When you defend, that's part of love. So you don't just say I love her if you are not doing these practical things. Love is a doing word, it's a verb, not a noun. It's what you do. What you do proves your love. The Bible says, for God so loved the world. Then he said, then people ask, so what did he do? He said that he gave his only begotten son. So he did it. He gave his son to prove his love. So when you give, you are proving. When you supply the need, you are in love. You're proving it. When you protect, you are proving it. When you care for, you are proving it. When you stand with, you are proving it. In all ways, you are proving it if you can do all these things. So you will find out that that woman will submit to love. The woman will submit to love. Love is what women submit to. They understand love. When they see love, they can recognize it and they submit to love. That's why the Bible says, husband, love your wife as Christ loved the church, because women will submit to love. All right. When you love them, you prove the love, you do all this stuff, then the woman will submit to love. All right. So it's not right to force a woman in, even in marriage, you don't have the right to force any woman to comply. The very first thing we need to do is, if we have problems in a relationship, that we have troubles, uh, unrest, all right, argument upon argument. Argument can never cease. Wherever you see a couple, there will always be arguments. But the argument must be constructive arguments, something that will promote unity, something that will make you know the other person better, something that will make you understand and respect them. Those are the kind of arguments we should enter into. And when we argue and the heat is on, we must make sure that before we go to sleep that same night, we must be able to put the fire away and sleep together. Don't sleep in different rooms, because when you sleep in different rooms, you are going to make the devil to sleep with the other person, and the devil will start putting some stuff in the head of that person. By the time you wake up in the morning, it's going to be a new level of quarrel, and you guys will not be able to handle it because the devil will be in control of that relationship. So you need to be very, very careful how you handle your marriage. Make sure that you guys live in the same room, sleep on the same bed. They call it the matrimonial room. It's going to help the quality of your life. It's going to help. All right. So it's not the right thing to do. If there is a problem in the marriage, go and seek for counsel from a counselor. If your pastor is a professional counselor, meet with your pastor. All right. If your pastor is not a professional counselor, look for one outside. Doesn't mean you cannot continue to attend the church. The church is still a good church. Your pastor is just not a professional counselor when it comes to marriage. All right. You can actually seek for counsel outside, and you do whatever you got to do outside. And then after that, you go back to church and give a thanksgiving for what God has done. Your pastor is praying along as you're seeking professional counsel. That's the way to go. That's the way God has programmed it. He has given some people that knowledge to be able to handle marital situations. And then you must actually knock down your ego to listen to another person advise you, correct you, educate you, and teach you exactly how to go by your marital life. It's very important. And that's why you submit to your medical doctor to teach you all about your body, what's going on in your body. Your medical doctor will be the one who is an authority in that field to help you out. To help you out. All right. So these are the stuff that we need to put into consideration. So you need to be sensitive to the need of your wife and stuff. So this particular woman, this young lady actually shared with me a very, very terrible story of herself and her husband. And the husband is a very, very important person, well known on Facebook, well known in the society, well known all over in Nigeria. He's one of the celebrities in Nigeria, and when you see him, you'll never believe he's a symbol of humility. That you see him, you would think that this man is 1000% humble. And the wife said to me that we have been going through a lot of different issues in our relationship. He is not willing to go for counseling because he believes he knows even more than counselors. I've encountered some men like that. They believe they have the right over their homes, they have what it takes to put their homes together. They don't need your counsel. That they can even counsel you, even as a counselor and stuff like that. There are men like that. All right. They believe they know, but most of the time they don't. All right. So the marriage has been 14 years and they have two kids, and the man is actually so abusive, and people will not get to know. He believes he's a qualified professional counselor, that he knows exactly what to tell you to make your marriage work. So he wants to apply the same thing to his own marriage. Number one thing she shared with me is that a woman is got no right to counsel or advise the husband. I asked the woman, "What do you mean counsel or advice?" I said, "Do you know when a man will actually seek for counsel from his wife?" He said, "No, that a woman doesn't have that mental capacity to be a counselor to a man." And for a woman to advise the husband, do this or don't do this, that is not given for a woman to do. That a woman is just a kind of a slave in the home. Sit down there. When I need you for sex, I'll call you. When you need to cook my meal. And then you go to work, make money, and put that money in a joint account where the husband is got the authority over it. I said, good guy, good guy. He's trying to build a slave for himself. That's a wonderful one. He said, number two is that I don't, I must not visit my family members. My mother doesn't have a right to come to my home to visit us. Uh, I will have to ask him. He will be the one to give the permission to talk to my mom on the phone, or to even go there, at all during parties or events. And I explained this to my mother, and my mother said, "That's the way husband and wife works. That's marriage for you." And she doesn't understand. It's like I don't really get it. Why should marriage be like this? Why do I have to go to college and be a medical doctor for me to be a slave of somebody else? All right. She doesn't understand. So I was able to make her to see that that's not the way it's designed. All right. It's not designed that way. The way it's designed is for the man to love you, to cherish you, and stand by you. All right. So number three is that she doesn't have right over her own body. The man can just come into the bathroom anytime and have sex with her. The man can actually pin her to the walls of the bathroom or the walls of the kitchen or inside of the bedroom to have sex with her at any time. Anytime. And she doesn't have the right to resist or to refuse or reject. And for 14 years, she complied for 14 years. And she said to me that, Pastor Shola, we have made love or had sex inside of our car several times. That we'll be driving and my husband will just park by the roadside and say, come to the back. And I must go to the back and then we'll have sex right there. And there was a time that people were passing by and they were actually coming in to record them on phone. And my husband didn't even care about it. And she said most of the time she will always just want to cover her face because she doesn't want to see his face. He said several times it has happened that they are go to visit the family of the husband, that the husband will actually put her in the little brother's room and they will have sex inside of the little brother's room. And the kind of way they look at her in the house is like she's a prostitute, a kind of a loose girl. I understand that the man doesn't have any boundary set up for his life. Uh, he doesn't have it. He's got a kind of a mental issue. He's not able to think correctly and stuff. All right. So and so many other things going on. So at this time, she she's now in a kind of a state that she's no longer willing to have sexual relationship anymore. And the man doesn't care that man will just come, pin her down, and penetrate her and do whatever he wants to do, and that's it. And he says sometimes it might be 3 times in a day, sometimes it might be 1 time, sometimes it might be more time every day. With the children, a 14-year-old kid and a 12-year-old kid in the house. And I asked her, is this the way it used to be? Or it just started it? He said, well, this has been the way it has been after the second day of marriage. That I didn't allow him to have sex with me until marriage. And after marriage, that's how it has been and stuff. And so many people always believe that when I post all of these stories on my page, they believe, oh, I made them up. I made them up. Oh, Pastor Lai is cooking all these stories up. I'm really very sorry uh, for you because you need to be thanking God it's not happening to you. Things are happening to a lot of people all over the world. Things are happening everywhere. And if it's not happening to you, you better be thanking God that it's not. All right, because things are happening. All of these stories are real. I read through them. I cry sometimes. I laugh sometimes. Many of them are funny. I always love to post the funny ones. If I'm actually allowed to be posting all the letters I get, Facebook will eventually block me totally because I'll be posting too much. All right. If it's not happening to you, it's not happening to you. People that this stuff's happening to, they talk, they share all these things with me. Very terrible, terrible stories. Very terrible stories. This morning I woke up, a woman called me, a woman sent a message to me and said, Pastor, I want to kill myself. I want to kill myself. And I'm telling you the fact, the moment I read that statement, the very first stuff I asked was like, why do you want to kill yourself? We all have problems. We work on it. We manage our problems. I said, what exactly is the problem? And she shared the problem with me a little bit. I'm telling you, it's a very terrible story. Very terrible story. Then another one popped up from my phone again and said, Pastor Shola, I just want to give up my children. Do you know anybody that is interested in kids? I have 2 kids. I want to give them up for adoption. If you want those kids, you can take them. I said, why? Why would you want to give your kids away? So because there is no way I could take care of them. If I decide to keep them, they're going to die, or I'm going to die, or they're all going to suffer and stuff. And he's not interested in making them to suffer. So why don't I just give them to some people that will love them and want them and keep them? 2 kids. I'm talking about 2 kids right now. 2 kids right now. All right. That the woman wants to give away. And there are so many people out there that are crying they want to die because they couldn't have children. Some people are not happy because they couldn't have kids. And this woman has got 2, and she's willing to give them up. She want to give them to whosoever wants them. She was on my phone for hours, telling me stories upon stories, and I got mad at the time. I said, "Please, can you stop? These stories are just too long. I can't just continue reading. I'm sorry. Can you make it brief? Can you make it brief?" And that's it. All right. So people are there looking to have those kids. People want to get this kid. On this show, we have actually given away two kids already. Two kids have been given away. One woman called and then we connected her to one woman. They got a lawyer involved. This. Now the baby is living somewhere in Kaduna, somewhere right now, and the woman is able to live her life right now. The second one is another lady, here in the States. We got a kid from another woman in Nigeria, connected them. They went through a kind of adoption lawyer, whatever, whatever. Right now, the kid right now is in America. In America right now with the new family. All right? Things are happening. If you don't know that things are happening, you better be thanking God for the husband you're married to or the wife you're married to or your kind of life that you live in. Just be thanking God. Just be thanking God. So much is happening. All right. Well, because of my time, let me open my telephone because I promised I'm going to give these two CDs out to the first two callers who will call on the show. I'll give these CDs out to them. So my telephone number, let me put it out there. You have something to say. Maybe you want to contribute on this show. You want to say something. You can say it. The telephone number is on your screen right now. You see it at the bottom of the screen. Right there, 346-387-9891. And these two CDs are going to go out to two people who will call. If you are the first two people to call, you're going to get a CD each. A CD each. All right. Telephone number is on the screen. 346-387-9891. You make a phone call in. I'm going to give you these two CDs. All right. So, and that's the way it is. People are going through a lot. So this lady shared all this stuff with me. She has been raped many times. Raped many times. Um, is she supposed to leave the relationship, or what she's supposed to do? Um, the man is not willing to go for counseling. The man is not willing to see a pastor. The man is not willing to see a professional. He believes he knows what to do and how to do it. Hello. Good morning. And I want to announce to you that you are actually my first winner for today. You have succeeded in winning yourself one CD. What's your name, madam? What's your name, ma? What is your name? Are you calling from Nigeria? Oh, Dallas. Okay. Can you give me your number? Are you going to mail the number? Are you going to send the number to me later? All right. You do. All right. Message me on my WhatsApp. Message me on my WhatsApp, and then you're gonna get your gift. So, what do you want to say? You want to contribute on the show? You just wanted to see it. All right, that's fine. That's fine. So you are the first caller, so you have succeeded in getting the CD. God bless you. All right. Okay. Bye. All right. The telephone number is 346-387-9891. I got the first caller already. One CD gone. I have one more CD left on air. You want to actually contribute on the show? What should she do? Do you think she should continue in this relationship, or do you think she should move on in her life? First thing first, if you want to call from America to advise this lady, always remember that they are not like us. All right, let me pick this. Hello. How you doing, madam? I'm good. I want to announce to you that you are my second winner of the CD. You're going to be getting a CD by the grace of God. All right. Where do you live? You in Canada. All right. So do you have my WhatsApp number? All right. Send me a WhatsApp message and then you get your CD. You want to contribute on the show? All right. Go ahead. Yeah. Thank God. Mm. Our own husband. Yeah. Mhm. Yes. Mm. The man is not, like I said, the man is not willing to be counseled. The man is not willing to see a pastor or a professional counselor. He's not willing at all. Some of our Igbo people, they don't want to see nobody. Uh, Probably that's the mentality. Probably is the culture. Probably is the makeup. We don't know. Okay. They can't because they believe that is the father of my child. Uh, yeah, I understand that, but I believe that the authority would be able to handle the case properly. Hmm. Yeah, yeah, that's true. Thank you very much for calling. God bless you. So remember to send me that message. All right. Okay. I'm really sorry, those people that are calling me. There is no way I can pick two calls at the same time. So if you call at the wrong time, I won't be able to pick up your call. But the number is free right now: 346-387-9891. That's the telephone number to reach me. Do you think this woman should continue? Do you think she should remain in the relationship and continue to be raped by her husband? Or do you think moving on is actually the thing? I've been able to talk to some Igbo people. Igbo ladies say they do return the bride price, that if the husband is saying I'm no longer interested, the family of the wife can take the money back, the bride price back to the family of the husband and return it back. All right, I think there's a call coming in. Hello. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. You are calling from Nigeria, right? All right. So you want to contribute on the show? Okay. Yeah. Mm. Yeah. Mm. 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 Of course. Mhm. Yeah. Mm. 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 Wow. Where are you calling from? You're from Nigeria, right? Oh, that's why you're saying what you're saying. You're based in California. That's California. So that's why you have this mentality you have right now. So, but thank you very much. When are you coming back? You want to spend 2 more months in Nigeria? You must be enjoying that place. Really? Are you there for business? Oh, no wonder you are making money. You are not spending your money. All right. When you're coming back, make sure you bring Atagungu and Iru. Wow. Okay. How are you doing today? uh, That's good. That's good. That's good. All right. So we're gonna talk later. Anyway, when you come back, just bring something. All right. God bless you. All right. My God. All right. That's a good one. That's a good mindset right there. So the telephone number is still open for those who would love to call in. 346 879891. That's the telephone number to reach me right now in the studio. You have something to say. My two CDs are gone already. Don't worry about it. By the grace of God, tomorrow we're still going to have more CDs coming in to be won. And then on every Wednesdays, we're going to be giving out 5,000 to people by the grace of the Lord, God Almighty. And 10,000 will be going to couples. All right, let's pick this call. Let's pick this call. Hello? Hello, madam. Yes, ma'am. Okay. Okay. Mm. Yeah. Okay. Are the NGOs backed up by government? Nice. That's nice. That's nice. I would love you to connect me with some of them, so that in case we have some of our clients that would love to actually connect with such, we'll be able to have that kind of a link. Yeah. Lagos anywhere. People are everywhere. People are watching from every state in Nigeria. So it doesn't matter, even if it's Lagos, if it's Ibadan, if it's Abeokuta, anywhere we can have them. Yeah. Okay. I don't want you to forget one thing about this man. One thing I believe is this man is gone mental health wahala, mental health issue here. If you cannot hold him down, taking the woman away from him is not going to be enough, because that guy can actually go and look for a way to kill that woman. There must be a way to file a restraining order, and I don't think you can file a restraining order against anybody in Nigeria. Yeah, so that's where the danger is. Taking the woman away is not enough. Somebody, I want to let you know that there is this person I know that is obsessed with his wife. Every time he will monitor the wife, he will park in front of her office, he will bug her phone, he will, everything. This man will smell her underwear every time she get back from work. Yeah, and that woman now decided one day to move out of the house. She succeeded in moving out, to later found out that guy was parked in front of the apartment where she's newly parked to. And that man nearly succeeded in killing her. Yeah, and that's here in America. If you now talk about Nigeria, where there is no law, and then you just take the woman away from that man, it's possible for the man to actually look for a way to terminate the life of that woman. So the NGOs must know how to tackle the men and put them under lock and key. Yeah. Yeah. Mhm. Mm. Mm. Yeah. 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 You're very right. You're very correct, man. Yeah, we got here because there is no love, no genuine love. Everybody's looking for money. Everybody needs freedom, and the government is not helping. Nobody's implementing the law. The police that are supposed to be implementing and controlling the people, they are looking for bribe, to collect and stuff like that. So the life of people is not actually important in Nigeria. People die on the street, they die everywhere, kidnappers kidnapping people, asking for ransom and all that. And the government is not able to do anything about it. Um, so and that's why the pastor was actually telling the Nigerians to go and have option B. The Nigeria is not good. Nigeria is not doing well. Nothing to fall back to. And if you have option B, that will be good for you. That's what the man was saying that time. Yeah. Mm. Yeah. God will help us. All right. Thank you, madam, for calling on the show. I really appreciate that. Bye-bye. All right, the telephone number is open. So many people have been calling in. A lot of people don't realize the most dangerous time for victim of domestic abuse is when they try to leave and when they leave. Yes, ma'am. That's actually a very dangerous time. Their lives is kind of like open to danger. Um, they can be killed any moment. Okay, let's pick this call. Hello. Yes, hello, ma'am. Yeah, that's all right. You can go ahead. Okay. 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 Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Mm. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Mm. Okay. Where you are. Mm. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Mm. Mm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm. Yeah. Yeah. Mm. Yeah. Mm. Mm. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm. 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 Wow.
the mental state is really important for her. I don't think it's because she wants to be there, but she doesn't even know how to make the first step to get out of it.
To get out of the place. In those days, I used to think whenever women would tell me, I don't know how to get out. And I'm kind of like, what's wrong with you? Don't you have a leg? Can't you just jump on inside of Uber and drive away?
Yeah.
And I later found out it's not that easy. That's not the way it works. Yeah.
And the men that are really abusive, from my experience, one of the first things they do is they can't reach you anymore. They abuse you financially.
Yeah, they cut off every way for you to get money.
So yeah, they're gonna block it out. They're going to make sure you don't have access to money. They can help it, especially maybe a woman that's not working.
Yeah.
Because they feel it's gonna force you back.
Yeah.
And temporarily, when you first leave, sometimes all of a sudden they become sweet, and you're wondering, where was this man when I needed him to be this sweet?
Yeah.
But it's just a way to lure you back in, and then it gets worse. It gets worse. It took me 3 times to completely leave the marriage. Because of course, no woman wants to build a home for so many years and walk away from it. We put blood and sweat and everything.
I know. It's difficult. It's very difficult for you women. Yeah.
I would leave and I would come back. All of a sudden, he'd remember how to wine and dine me, how to talk sweet, how to apologize and cry. But in the long run, it took me going back 3 times to realize it's not real.
Yeah.
It's just to get what he wants back, and then it gets worse.
And then it gets worse. And then you continue to get drained and weak and weak.
Yes, you're so drained, and you get to a point if you're not holding on to God, you give up.
You give up.
You completely give up. And I knew the last time I left that if I dare go back, I wasn't going to make it out alive anymore.
Wow.
I was always in the emergency room almost all the time. I developed high blood pressure very young.
Wow.
All this because I was just trying to maintain my marriage, because I was like, I don't want my children in a broken home.
Yeah.
But in the long run, some things that they've put into us from Nigeria, sometimes it doesn't work in every situation.
It doesn't work at all.
It doesn't work. So my little advice to women, to this lady, and even to other women listening that might be in the same situation, you are not a failure. It's okay to leave. Especially when you know you've put in your very best, you've been the best wife you can be.
Yeah.
Walk away, leave it alone, hold on to God. The right man, if you're
and even if it's meant to be, the guy may change and come back.
He might. But one thing we need to sometimes pay attention to is to make sure there's an actual change.
Yeah, actual change. Yeah, it's not a fake one. Yeah.
Yes, that character needs to actually change, whether it's with you or not. Because the little I saw from my ex was more of, I'll just paint it up.
Yeah.
And come back. But it just takes one little thing that maybe comes up in a conversation and he loses it, and I just like, you're not changed. You're still the same person. The anger is still there. The whatever it is still there. So it's okay to walk away. I know it's hard, but even if she has to cut off some close people to her, because sometimes I've noticed in Nigeria, sometimes your family members are your biggest problem.
Wow.
They will go back and go and tell the man, be so worried. Because in their mind, I don't know if they think they're helping you or what. So if she has to cut off some close people to her, she needs to do it at least to start off, get on her feet, and focus on people she can actually trust.
Yeah.
And her circle needs to be tightened and very small until she can get on her feet or get away as fast as possible. If she has the funds, I would advise, if she can go abroad with her children, I would suggest that. It's harder for you to come reach me in America from Nigeria. Even if you have the money, it's harder to locate me if I don't want you to locate me.
Yeah.
Go to Nigeria, especially if he has the connection.
Yeah. Well, my God, you've passed through a lot, and this has given you the opportunity to be wise. You're wiser than before right now, and I think the best thing for you right now is to be able to help other ones coming behind you who are inside of the same situation, thinking, how is it possible for me to get out of here? So I think you should look into that direction if you are comfortable with it. All right.
Definitely, it's very possible. And I'm a single mom right now. I know some people, another mistake some mothers make is to rush into a new relationship. Don't.
Yeah.
Especially if you have kids, don't just rush into another one because the damage is going to be more.
I don't know.
A lot of people don't really care for your kids.
Yeah.
They just want what they want, so they don't care if they hurt your kids in the process.
Yeah.
And it adds problems. You're still trying to heal from one, and then you add more.
Yeah, you're very right. You're very right. Yeah, thank you very much for calling on the show. I really appreciate this. And then
Thank you,
I believe one of these days we'll definitely bring you as a guest to actually talk to the people online. God bless you.
All right. Thank you so. God bless you too, sir.
All right. Man, that's deep. That's so deep right there. When you listen to people talk, you know that people are going through so much in the life that we live in. I think it's possible. I mean, it's better for us to say that. I mean, don't ever say the word impossibility because there is nothing that is impossible. Wait until wait until you listen. Wait until you listen to these stories, then you know that so much is going on. I know a lot of women that they already walked out in their mind from their relationship like 5, 6, 10 years ago. It's just that you still see them there physically. They walked out of their relationship, but they are still there physically. And they have been stagnant all this while. They've been planning, I'm going to go, I'm going to go, I'm going to go. And they walked away emotionally. They walked away spiritually. They walked away, you know, they are no longer connected. Even sexually, they've gone 5, 6, 7 years. Nothing. But physically, they're still there in the house. And they're still there stagnant and they're not able to move on and they're still miserable. I'm not advocating for divorce. I'm not saying go ahead and divorce your husband. What I'm saying is that it's going to be good for husband and wife to actually team up together and build a better home. And to build a better home, it means that the two of us must work very hard. Um, we have to be very sensitive to the needs of each other, respect each other. The part of respect is important. If you, as a man, respect your wife, you will understand your wife will respect you back. Respect is reciprocal. When you respect somebody, you get the respect back. Respect your wife to the extent that you want to sit down to talk. Respect your husband that you want to make your point known. Respect your wife to the level where you want to actually protect her and help her to get to her goals and fulfill her dreams. Respect your wife by covering her up outside among your family members, by shielding her. Respect your wife by supporting her, all right, helping her, all right, and making her happy all the time. You need to do that. And then the wife will turn around and do the same. And we are all created to be together. It's not good for a man to be alone, but that doesn't mean every one of us will get married. There are so many people in the grave today that they died single. Even Paul himself, he was actually asking that we should remain single like him just to concentrate. Just to concentrate. So it's not going to be everybody that's going to get married, but if you are cut out for marriage, if you know that you're actually interested in marriage, you must first of all get ready and prepared for it. There's so much you need to know. When you talk about marriage is not just you going to take a PhD. Marriage is not just you taking your first degree or going to actually get some certifications here and there. Marriage is deeper than that. They call it institution, but you get the license before you start the course. That's where it's dangerous. In other institutions, you go to school first, you pass exam, then you get a license. In the institution of marriage, you have to get the license first before you go for the training. It means that there is no room for failure. So many of us today we enter into marriage without knowing what we're actually signing up for, and then you fail 1 year, 2 years into the marriage. The creator of marriage, the one who will establish marriage, is not expecting us to fail, expecting us to stand strong. But you need to know what it takes before jumping into it. If you know you are not matured, stay away from marriage. If you know you have no self control, stay away from marriage. If you know you are not a visionary person, stay away from marriage. If you know you are not a loving and caring person, stay away from marriage. If you don't have the ability to love or be loved, stay away from marriage. If you love to argue with people too much and win, stay away from marriage. You are domineering, stay away from marriage. All right? That's not for you. All right? You have to first of all work on yourself and be the person who is a candidate of marriage before you can venture into marriage. All right? And like I always say, if you have any situation in your relationship, you need to call a counselor, call upon me. Let's sit down together, let's look into it, and let's see how things are going to work better. Especially those who are in Nigeria. I've been getting phone calls from a lot of people in Nigeria, making phone call and signing up
Some people are paying 500,000. Some are paying 120,000. Some are paying 200,000 just to listen to counsel. Husband and wife together. There is no amount of money you invest on your relationship that's going to be a waste. It's not a waste. It's going to add to your life. It's going to open your eyes up. You're going to actually be more enlightened. All right. Listen to what's going on in America, what's going on in Canada. It's going to bless you as a Nigerian living in Nigeria. You will be able to see better. What you're seeing on TV sometimes may fool you. All right. But when you hear the reality of life directly from a counselor who is a Nigerian who lives outside of Nigeria, that's going to bless your life. That's going to help you along. And I think that's the time for us right now. That's the moment for us right now. It's time for you to seek professional counsel so that your life can be better. It's time for husband and wife to work together. Thank you very much, Olushi Yoke, for the $310. Stars. God bless you. Thank you very much. It's time for us to actually work together. It's time for husband to be open to discussion. It's time for the wife to be open to discuss. Enough of reacting, enough of all that. It's time for us to work together as a team. There is no one that is superior in a relationship. We are all very important. The wife is important. You are important. You are only picked to be the leader. And to lead, you have to know what it takes to lead. And as you're doing that, you're going to begin to head for success and prosperity in the name of Jesus. I don't know, probably you have been blessed today by any chance. If you have been blessed in one way or the other, glory to God. If you need counseling, you can reach out to me, and then I would make up time for you by the grace of Lord. We are doing matchmaking. We're working on it. We just newly connected a couple, two people recently. It's a glorious thing. It's been a long time. We've been searching. It's not easy to search. It's not easy to connect. We've been able to do two recently. I'm just so happy about it. And we're still going to continue to do it. So you're out there and you want to be connected. You need somebody. You need someone across the sea. You're looking all the way to Nigeria, Ghana, Ivory Coast, South Africa. Or maybe you are looking down to Nigeria. Or maybe you are actually down in Africa looking to the Western world. You can always reach us and then pay the fee. We interview you and we can actually carry your picture with us and continue to find someone for you. All right. Until we find someone, we are not ever going to stop. It's not easy to find, but we're going to continue to search everywhere in the world to be able to connect you with somebody. All right. If you're interested, all you need to do is just to send me an email or send me a WhatsApp message or send me an inbox message and I'll be able to attend to you. My PA will be able to call you and then you guys will be able to talk. So thank you very much, everybody, for joining this episode of my show. And like I said, please go ahead and download the AfriX app for you to send money to Nigeria. You want to send money to people in Nigeria, use AfriX. That's going to add to the economy of our country, Nigeria. And it's going to give us just a little tiny little $1, $2 here and there to be able to give to the people that are in Nigeria also, to bless those that are in need. So instead of we just coming to you all the time, we will have enough money to send to those that are in Nigeria. So go ahead right now, download AfriX. Go to your app store. Go and type in AfriX. It's AFRIEX. AfriX. Go there, check for AfriX app and download it and start sending money with it. Always remember that we love you and we care about you. God bless you. Have a beautiful and wonderful Thursday afternoon. I'll see you guys later on the flip side. Enjoy this music. I'll be back with you guys later.
Ẹ ṣé gan ni, ẹ kú ìtọ́jú mi, òmòrè, ẹ máa kú ìtọ́jú mi o. Ẹ ṣé gan ni, ẹ kú ìtọ́jú mi, òmòrè, òmòrè, ẹ ṣé gan ni, ẹ kú ìtọ́jú mi, òmòrè. Adúpẹ́ bàbá fún oore ńlá rẹ̀. Èmi dúpẹ́ bàbá fún oore àánú rẹ̀. Ìgbà táyé yẹ mí, ẹ̀yin mo sàtàn. Ìgbà táyé yẹ̀yẹ́ mi, ẹ̀yin mo sàtàn. Jésù mo mú oore yìí pọ̀ lórí mi. Ẹ ṣé gan ni, ẹ kú ìtọ́jú mi. Èmi mo re gbogbo re Jésù o. Ẹ ṣé gan ni, oore rírí jẹ́ kú ìtọ́jú mi. Rírí lọ Jésù gbogbo re. Let me sing it this way. Say, mo dúpẹ́ bàbá, wọ́n fẹ́ la. Ògbénu Adélé bọ̀ ṣògo, mo wá jùbọ̀ lọ́dọ̀ rẹ̀. Torí mọ́dún ṣe mọ́dún láyé o, bẹ́ẹ̀ ni oore rẹ̀ láyé mi pọ̀ sí. Pèsè ọpẹ́ nìkan, ṣùgbọ́n ó ṣe wọ́n tí mo lè ṣe. Jésù mo mú oore, ẹ máa kú ìtọ́jú mi o. Ẹ ṣé gan, mo wá dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ẹ kú ìtọ́jú mi. Oore o, oore àná oore òní o. Ẹ ṣé gan ni, ẹ ṣé o, ẹ kú